Welcome back. So I am going to show you some things that I've started, some things that I'm working on. So the first thing that I started was this project. I'm not really sure, well, I didn't have anything in mind when I started it. I just figured I'd try the smaller needles, which I had never tried before. I was kind of nervous that they would break because they're made out of bamboo. So the really small ones don't look as sturdy as the thicker ones, of course. So I bought some thinner yarn to experiment with. I actually think this is sock yarn, I believe. So I started this project, and I just started going back and forth to practice, and it's actually gotten really long. I think I'm going to turn it into a scarf. However, I've run into a problem. It keeps rolling up, and I didn't know what to do about this or how to stop it from rolling up. So I asked some friends of mine in my knitting group, because I've joined a knitting group, and one of the things that they suggested was to start with a different stitch, perhaps a garter stitch. This is a stockinette where you knit a roll, purl a roll. You can see the back, it just looks like all pearls, if you can see that. So one of the things that I plan to do with this, my newly found scarf, is to block it, which will require me to pin this down at different points so that it lays flat, and then wet it and let it dry, and hopefully that will keep it flat. So that's only one way of blocking. There are quite a few number of ways to block, just like there are a number of ways to knit. So this is the first thing that I started, and I'm actually still working on when I have free time. And the second, which I showed you on a previous video, is the weekend pullover. And the weekend pullover, I've started this, and this is like my experimental project because ultimately I wanted to make a sweater. So I figured I'd give it a try. You know, I know how to do the garter stitch, I know how to do the knit stitch, I learned how to do the rib stitch when I started this project. So hey, I'm willing to take chances. So this is the back part, and we actually started at the bottom with a rib stitch, which is 2 knits, 2 purls, and you continue in that same way at the bottom. And then this is another stockinette stitch where you knit a roll, purl a roll, and if you can see in the video, the arms go all the way up. So when I create the arms, I'm going to have to knit all the way up to about here for the arms, and therefore the sweater part, the front, comes in. So I'm going to show you that part. This is where I'll attach one arm. You can see that it comes at an angle, so I had to do some decreasing on that part, and then the same on this side. So at the bottom it's rib stitch so that it'll, you know, fit snugger than the rest. This is my stitch holder. Had to use that because I'm using my needles for the front part, and the front part is done the same. This is a rib stitch, and this is stockinette, and I'm actually still working on this. As you can see, I've started to decrease already for the arms on both sides. So those are the things that I'm working on right now. After I finish the front, then I'll start working on the arms for my sweater project. So that's what's going on with me. Thanks for joining me.